Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, October the 15th, and I'm Chris Allen here, he, here on the Sam channel. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. You would think as much as I've done, as many of these as I've done, I would know how to point there. All right. So we have clouds this morning. I know it's not really all that unexpected. I did say yesterday that we could see some cloud cover overnight and this morning. All these clouds are going to clear out as we go through the day. This is that disturbance coming through that is going to usher in the chilliest air yet this fall season. Because tonight is when we're going to start to see those near freezing temperatures, if not freezing. Freezing is 32 degrees, and typically it's somewhere between the 15th and the 25th of October is when we usually see the first frost of the season. Well, today's the 15th. The peak, or the most likely date that first frost would happen here, is around October 23rd. So we're in that window, and I think we're going to get it tonight. So if you've got any young plants that are out, if you've got anything that you think will not be hardy enough to withstand a touch of frost or a kiss of frost, then you may want to bring it in or cover it up with a cloth, because I think by tomorrow morning at this time, it's going to be much colder, and it's going to, be a bit frosty as the skies clear. But right now, from the Plano cam looking live at 8:35, it is cloudy, and there have even been a few sprinkles around the area. Not much of anything going on. There's a light breeze, as you can see, but I know it's like we need some rain. It would be great to have some rain, but this thing is too weak. The air is too dry near the surface because of high pressure that is still in charge, believe it or not. All this disturbance is going to do is touch off these clouds that we're seeing right now and a couple of sprinkles, and then it's gone. By the afternoon, or even before the afternoon, I do expect us to begin to see clearing taking place across the area. Here's a look at radar. And you can see that we do have some returns on the radar screen. And these are just light returns. And a lot of this is not even reaching the ground because dew points are still very, very dry. When you have dew points in the 30s, the 40s, even low 50s, there's just not a lot there between, the difference in temperature and the dew point, what we call a dew point depression. When that happens, there's just not a lot going on. Even though the radar picks up on something that's out there, it's above us, but it's evaporating before it even reaches the ground. Now, some of this back here in southern Illinois is certainly reaching the ground. So, that's happening. That's some light rain around Carbondale and Mount Vernon in that area. And even some of this out east of us as you head up toward I-75, London, Kentucky, in that area. Yeah, some of that's probably reaching the ground, but that's about the extent of it. Let me turn this layer off and go to National Weather Service bulletins, because here we go. All those blue shaded counties, that is a frost advisory, and it's the first one of the season. We do expect the first frost to hit tonight and early tomorrow morning as temperatures dive close to freezing. So let me call it up here. Here's Bowling Green, current temperature at 50, dew point, see there, 41. Yeah, air's pretty dry. But here is the complete message from the Weather Service. Frost advisory in effect starting at 1 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday morning. Temperatures in the low to mid 30s will result in frost. Um, so frost could harm sensitive outdoor vegetation, sensitive outdoor plants, may be killed if left uncovered. So take steps now to protect tender plants from the cold. So pretty basic stuff here. They always put out a frost advisory for what appears to be or will appear to be the first frost of the season. Usually after the secondary frost, they don't put out the frost advisory anymore. Now, the next thing that we could see is a freeze watch or freeze warning. That's for a hard freeze, but that won't happen here in Kentucky until we get temperature of 28 or colder. Now, there may be a couple of places that could get that cold tonight, but I doubt it. But once we do get 28, or at least predicted 28-degree temperature or below, then they'll put out a hard freeze. That would kill everything as far as vegetation. But a frost, that frost advisory tonight's just going to be, it's not going to be widespread, but it's going to be here and there. Every county is susceptible to it. So somewhere, especially if you live in a valley area, you're a little more susceptible to getting some frost tonight and early tomorrow morning. Well, let's check temperatures and see where we are. I just showed you that we're looking at 50 right now in Bowling Green, at least by the thermometer there at the airport. And as you can see, we've got mesonet sensors that are reading mid to upper 40s, close to 50. The chilliest is again down toward the Cumberland River in Cumberland County at 44. But you can see the dew point is pretty close to the air temperature. So we've got almost 100% humidity. There's just not a lot going on. I'll turn that radar back on, and you can see these are just very, very light returns. And a lot of this stuff may not even be reaching the ground. Let's see. Nope. Everything is zero. So that verifies. If anything does happen as far as measurable rainfall, I expect it to be maybe a trace. Sprinkles, not much, if anything. We need a lot more than that, but that's not going to come with this disturbance. Like I said, all these clouds are going to clear out later today, and everything is going to go back to just being like it's been the last few days. Now, the wind is coming. You can tell the disturbance is passing through because the winds are shifting from the north to more northwest light winds. So as that disturbance passes through, the winds may pick up just a little bit, and then it's over. Then the skies begin to clear later this afternoon, and that's going to set. And with that colder air coming in behind the disturbance, that's going to lay the foundation for a frosty night tonight and early tomorrow morning. Therefore, the frost advisory that's in effect. Let's check the model blender. And I can tell you over the next few days, it's looking good and it's going to feel good. Look at that 58 today. We're not even forecast to make 60 for a high today. The high yesterday was 63. The normal is 73. So yesterday we were 10 degrees below normal. Today we're going to be even colder than that, like 15 degrees below normal. 60 tomorrow maybe, but look at those lows, 34, 35, 37. Next few nights, it is going to be close or right at freezing, 32 degrees in some of your locations, in some of your towns, and on your back porch, whatever. It's going to hit it for the first time this season. Then we see warming as we get into the weekend, into the 70s, but that's, like I said, normal. Normal high is 73. It does fall off to the low 70s in the coming days, especially next week. It gets closer to 70 for an average high temperature, and we're going to be in the 70s. As you can see, I don't see any more frosty nights after the next few nights. And then after that, overnight low temperatures will be more into the 40s and even the 50s. Well, let's check the weather map before we go, and I'll show you what's expected. Yesterday, I recall showing you this little disturbance coming in, and at first they only had like this little piece of energy. There's the disturbance, that broken line that's coming through right now that is touching off the cloud cover and maybe some sprinkles, but there's that disturbance. And now they've added this little piece back here toward Jefferson City, Missouri, west of St. Louis. So that's in a stream that's going just a little bit further north and east of us. It may try to touch the Bowling Green area with a few raindrops, but again, I'm not expecting too much out of this. So here it comes. Wisp on by this morning. By this evening, this afternoon, skies will begin to clear from west to east, and it's going to be a cold night. Down to 33, maybe 32, maybe 31, or maybe 35. It's going to be in the 30s, low to mid 30s. Guaranteed. Frost likely. Then as we get into Wednesday morning, sunshine, a chilly day again tomorrow, high pressure in control. Here's Wednesday evening. Thursday morning. Now, the Nashville office is calling for a lot of fog. So far, the Louisville office and the Paducah office have not chimed in with that, but it is a possibility. As temperatures start to warm a little bit on the backside of that high pressure, then it's easy for us to get enough of a southerly warmer flow to go over that frosty ground. And yes, we could get some fog. So that may be extended Thursday morning. Then we go into Friday, then into Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Still no rain. Still no rain. Yeah. It's getting dry, getting very dry. We're going to have to get some rain in here sometime. And we will. It always makes up for it. But it may take a tropical system. There's a couple of things out in the Atlantic and in the Gulf of Mexico, or in the Caribbean, I should say, not the Gulf of Mexico. But they don't look threatening to us. They don't look like Helene, and they don't look like Milton. It appears they're going to stay where they are. So unless we get something like a tropical system coming up into our area, any cold front that's coming in here, it doesn't appear that it's going to help us any. What you see out there today with the clouds and the sprinkles, that's it. All right, you guys, take note of the frost advisory tonight and probably tomorrow night and the night after until we get above freezing during the nighttime. In the meantime, thank you for watching on this Tuesday, and I'll see you tonight. WNKY News 40 at 5, 6, and 10. God bless.